Hello dosto, today we are going to learn more about the MCP protocol. So let's go. What is MCP? So MCP is a standardized integration and also an LLM friendly description such as tool are described in a natural language, then separation of concern, like MCP is just an model context protocol. Is an basically it's an open standard. It's an AI application that connect with the external tools, data such as data sources and API and many more with the natural language interface. So there are three component: host, client, and server. These three are the like main core component of the NCP. The host application, it's basically an AI application such as Claude desktop, Claude code, any open AI agent or any custom AI you like or any AI you want to use. Then NCP client. So before we go, just you need to remember that one client per server. It's like you need to remember it. It's a basic things. So it created automatically by the host. Like host is the, as I say, is an AI application. Then it manage the connection, lifestyles and list tool and call to. We'll learn this tool in the very forward lectures. Then it's handle the response back to the LLM. Then MCP server, like it's an exposed tool to the outside world. Like here is the tool that we need to use in the server. So like between the host and client, there is in between the server, and in the server there is a tool that we need to use in our whatever you want to use it in it. So it's have a separate process such as looker or remote. We will learn this thing in the very forward lecture. Then list available tool in JSON file or whatever you say. Then execute to call, usual wrap and external AI. These are some basic things about the component of the MCP. Then we need here going sub deep down. The first thing is the MCP host or the host. So basically what host does do, it receive the user natural language input, like it can be any language or anything, like it's, as I say, it's a natural language input. Then send that to the LLM with the tool description attached. Like you need to here describe your tool with the LLM. Then create one MCP client for every MCP server. Then passes to call request from the LLM to the correct MCP client. Then return result back to the LLM for the final answer. Then what the real host example, like the real world example such as Claude desktop, Claude code or any AI. It's like any, you can take any example such as even Gemini, ChatGPT, any AI that you want to want to use. Then MCP client. Here, as I say, the one client per server, you need to like remember it, like whatever you say. But this is the like a basic thing. One client per server. Then auto created by the host, and protocol translator, lifecycle manager. Like what lifecycle manager, what it do, the client is responsible for spawning connection and eventually tearing down the server process. It's like an server processor, as a lifecycle manager as name suggests. Then the MCP server. The two primary function, it's a very important thing like list underscore tool and call underscore tool. Here like we will deeply understand this tool in the very forward lecture. I have done some practical on this two function. You will like understand very deeply in the very forward lecture. But here you need to learn some basic like it written the JSON and a description. Every tool the server provider. Then in the call tool, execute a specific tool like it's as name suggests. It will execute a specific tool but with the argument supplied by the LLM. Then MCP server as API. Like here I mention easy flow so that you can understand it. User asks for a question, LLM see a tool description, then LLM call the right tool, then it will go server call external API, then it will go to result flow back to the LLM. Here I some explaining it very easy flow. You can understand it. And here I have mentioned some real example. You can take a look on it. Then transport one STDIO. So how STDIO works? It have some pros and cons. I have mentioned it here. So before that, how STDIO works? The NCP client spawn the server as a child processor on your local machine. Communication happens via STDIN or STD out. It is literally like typing into a terminal and reading what it print back. What are the pros and cons as you were like mentioned? Like cons are it's only a local and it can't run remotely, which is the basically a big drawback. Then user must have a runtime installer like runtime installation that we need. Then what are the pros? Very simple setup, no network configuration. It's very secure and framework is very like it is framework is very good. I agree with that. Then transport to so for remote server like how to remember the HTTP works. Like here also before that here I also mentioned pros and cons. So the MCP server run as an HTTP service at a known URL endpoint. The MCP client connect to the, URL and communication over HTTP. Then support streaming response. The server can push partial result as they arrive. Replace the older SSE, the server send event. You need to remember that. Then some pros and cons. Like pros are work across machine and network, deploy server once. Many clients use it. It's like very good thing. It's very good advantage of using this tool. Then cloud hostable and scalable. Then some cons are like require a running HTTP server. It's like good for the security reason. Then security are more complex like it. Then strong local server. So like here I have mentioned for the Python and for the Node.js. So like here I have mentioned a code of a two line in for the Python and for the Node.js to understand the syntax, basic syntax. It's a basic syntax just to remember. So UVX is a part of a UV package manager. Of course, it's an part as name suggests. The modern fast replacement for the pip. Then npx comes built with npm. It runs Node.js CLI tools for the npm registry without a permanently installing it. Then it's a connection parameter for stdio config and a streamable http config. It's on the left side is a local server, and on the right side is a remote server. So you can use it according to your needs. Then case study, three way to use it and tool it explore. Like you can use it according to your needs and according to your requirement. And here I have mentioned it the workflow on the bottom. On the bottom there is a workflow of these tools, so you can use it according to yourself. Like the three way to use it, like via Claude desktop, via your Python or JS, whatever you code with it, then via framework. So without a framework and with a framework, it's an basic advantages and disadvantages type. uh, what you want and what is your requirement, you can use the framework or you cannot use the framework. It's totally depend on you that what type of result, what type of output you want. But using the framework, it like there is a too many advantages using the framework. Like it supplies server type, framework auto create the client, framework spawns and connect, tools appear automatically, which is very good. Then framework relay code for you, you just get a result. Like you, if we use the framework, then it's have lots of advantages than not using the framework. So here are some key takeaway. Three-layer architecture, two-core server function, server frame, most server run locally, stdio, then http, and six is Python and Node.js as such, and the last one is framework hide the client.